Welcome to round 2 of the Welsh Cup and welcome to Newport Stadium once again. It's a real meeting of two different ways of life here. Penygraig United are the visitors. They play in the 5th tier, the South Wales Championship Division, as opposed to Newport's 2nd tier, Cymru South. It's the biggest gap between two teams in the entirety of the second round. But they are pretty good, our opponents today. Penygraig have only been formed for 9 years, and yet they've achieved 3 promotions to catapult them from the Rhondda District League up into the higher echelons of Welsh football. In terms of team news today, there are 6 changes for the Steelmen, and Academy graduate Cam Palladino gets a chance to start off the bench. In fact, if anything sums up the gulf between these two, Newport name a full complement of 7 substitutes, whereas Penygraig only muster 3.
Okay, fellas, normally Samo talks about the attitudes and stuff like that, and we do a bit on the ball, but I genuinely feel today that the stuff Samo speaks about is more important than anything we talk about on this board. Right? It genuinely is. You have to be positive. You're not going to go in and score within 5 minutes, then again at 12, and then again at 90. It would be great, and I hope we do that, but the likelihood is we're not, alright? They're still men out there. They're not going to want to come here and get over and lose 10-0. The likelihood is they're going to kick the out of you. Okay, so if you don't start sharp and you're not ready with the right mentality, okay, which is what we need to, which we have shown every league game, okay, suddenly then, oh, hang on, we're not 4-0 up within 20 minutes, and it ain't going to be like that, boys, okay? As much as they're a couple of leagues lower and they're out there early and all that kind of stuff, Marshy said it, you've got to show them respect. And the way you show them respect is by making sure you pressurise the ball, okay, you win the ball back early, and then you move it quickly. Okay, we do everything right today. Over the last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit quiet. I hear him, I hear 1 or 2 others, alright, but I've got to hear everybody today, fellas. Okay, and I mean that, alright, whether you're 15 or 16 is the first time in the changing rooms, okay, or you've been here a couple of times before, I don't give a okay? It's football, you all understand what you're doing, so you need to pass on messages, you need to pass on comms now, alright? Whether you're starting or you're having 5 minutes at the end, the most important thing for me today is you're positive, you demonstrate energy, and you f***ing talk to the person next to you.
Amazing kids from our juniors. We've got under 7s, under 12s, all represented in our wonderful gathering. Look at cracking in there, kids.
Good afternoon and welcome to round 2 of the JD Welsh Cup, as Newport City look to do something they haven't been able to do in recent years and get past the first hurdle of this famous competition. Today is a task which they're unfamiliar with. They are not the underdogs. The visitors are Penygraig United of the 5th tier South Wales Premier League Championship Division, a team who have only been in existence for 9 years. Established in 2016, sitting right at the bottom of the Rhondda Valley beside Tonapandi. Well, the last time Newport played a team from that part of the world, of course, Kane McLagan scored an overhead kick that evening, but not only is he absent today, there is not even a place in the side. Let cut off then. And Newport in the blue and white, kicking us off from left to right. It's going to be a very peculiar afternoon here. 3 divisions separate these two sides. The biggest gap between two teams in any encounter on the weekend. There's an early chance there. Goes begging for Rhys Kavanagh, one of 6 changes into this Newport City side. Cleared long and then headed away by Mark Crutch, who has an extraordinary story in himself. On his birthday today, he formally retired at the end of last season, but came back into the fold in recent games. Here is Charlie Davis. It's a good ball, and it just about eluded the on-rushing Danny Hillman. That was his first sighter of the afternoon. Good one-handed catch there from Tom Hooper on the sidelines. We mentioned this before the game, but it does speak to the difference between these two sides as the shot comes in, and it was not too far away at all. And he almost got that one on target. Good chance there for Newport. As I was going to say, full 7 substitutes for Newport City. Headed by Cooper. Hillman went chasing that one, didn't get there. And the deflection has worked its way to Penygraig, and it's just wide. What a moment that would have been. Davis had a lot of involvement so far. Here's Solomante St. Clair, and the flag has gone up against Rhys Kavanagh. Again, interesting decision to give Edward King a start. Riella last week, Blackburn the week before. 3 keepers in 3 successive games for Newport City. Here is the captain. Sends one in for Hillman. It's a good reverse ball. And it's the opener from Charlie Davis. Rifled low into the right-hand corner. And the Steelmen have the early goal. It's a tad harsh on the visitors, but Charlie Davis has punished some lackadaisical defending there, struck from distance. Garrett. Penygraig now looking to stem the tide before half-time. Charlie Davis looking to turn provider, and Harrison misjudged it, and it's just about sent wide. It was Harvey Singh who got the shot away and couldn't quite screw it into the back of the net. It was a tight angle. City claim it again. I should touch on number 8, Conrad Edwards, because he has a quite remarkable story. He actually went to the 2014 Commonwealth Games with Wales as a professional table tennis player, believe it or not. He was quite the prodigy growing up, actually, representing the nation at international tournaments. And somehow he ended up with Penygraig United, where he has been a key figure in their recent successes. No foul was given, and Penygraig looked to clear. It's Edwards, it's Watts, it's back across, and it was Penygraig. Well, the flag went up anyway. Awkward clearance by Cooper. And Newport City bailed out there as Garrett just stumbled to the ground. Edwards bundled off by Hillman. Bit of a coming together off the ball. Singh went down. Kavanagh, Davis, Charlie Davis, kept out by Harrison. Still Davis, ran out of mileage. But Newport aren't done yet. Davis comes again, and here's Garrett. Harvey Singh. harmlessly away. Regular, Kavanagh, Hillman got the assist for the first goal. Harvey Singh is amongst them, and here he is. Cadwallader with the pass. It's Kavanagh. The hands were up, and the penalty is awarded. It's Josh Phillips, the unfortunate recipient. But he can't have many qualms about that one. And it's going to be Charlie Davis. Can he get a brace? Yes, he can! 2-0! His fourth goal. Not too long after his third goal for the club. And Newport learning from the mistakes of Monmouth last year. 2-0 up against lower league opposition before the break. Never any doubt with that penalty, was there? Right into the bottom corner. Here is Cooper. Straight out of play, and that is half time. And a city of 160,000 inhabitants are beating the village with just 5,000 at the break. 2 goals from Charlie Davis, 1 from the spot and another from distance has seen the Steelmen through to the break with a 2-0 advantage. Penygraig get us underway with renewed belief and hopefully some renewed optimism for the second half. The interval, Cadwallader up for noise. It's a great bit of control from Danny Hillman. Hillman, claims of handball, not given, and the initial shot was very well saved, fortunately for Penygraig. It was deemed to come off the hand of Danny Hillman. And it was the newly introduced James Bloom. Oh, and that's a defensive mix-up. Could Penygraig be in? They've got a penalty, you know. Catastrophic for City. And a way back for the visitors. So the responsibility falls on Josh Phillips, and he puts Penygraig back into it. Game on, 2-1. From a Newport perspective, it was all about a lapse in concentration defensively, which allowed Watt into the area. They could not sort out who was dealing with it between them. Well, they couldn't get it forward there. Back across again. This is Ty Watts, the danger man. Watts, let fly, far over the bar, but Newport are spooked. And the defence is getting a bit unsettled here. Who knows where this game will lead? Forward it goes. Harvey Singh in the middle, and he's placed it wide. Oh, golden chance to restore their advantage.
Try every time, bud.
But Singh could not quite, through the multitude of bodies, find the back of the net. And a peach of a ball found Garland, but Garland didn't find anything else with it. Now Bloom. This is Hillman. Singh. Harvey Singh, Bloom, back out. Harvey Singh, across goal! And it was Breguet who saw his shot deflect behind. And it's a corner for Newport City. He is still on the hunt for his first goal, Eduardo Breguet. And rather isolated was Rhys Kavanagh. Breguet gets the free kick. Pritchard right next to free kick taker, doing his laces up, ball comes in, there's the third. A powerful header, and it's Danny Hillman yet again on the score sheet for the Steelmen. A good delivery. Penygraig did not have it adequately covered. And now City a bit more secure. This is what be a good way to mark his game here with a goal. Ty Watts still going and throwing himself at that was Danny Hillman, and eventually it just led straight to King. Decent little ball there from Watts, and a good flick on from Burnell, but Noyes got there, and Sisagoy had no room to operate in. Long throw in, and there's a bit of interest in there, and it's off the bar from Ian Smith. That would have thrown things right into uncertainty. And it was a great strike as well from Smith. In amongst the sea of blue and white shirts, there was almost a picture-perfect finish. Now Penygraig are in a world of trouble, but Breguet opted to cut back. It was too unselfish from the former Penabont man. Hillman, Breguet again, and the strike was taken on by Bonfield, hit it into the grounds. Davis. And that cannoned back off of Mackenzie Thompson. Bonfields. Palladino won the free kick, but the full-time whistle is the one that's blown, and Newport City have broken their duck in the Welsh Cup second round. They've beaten Penygraig United by 3-1. They were 2-0 up at the break, thanks to a double from Charlie Davis, getting his 4th and 5th goals for the club respectively. But ultimately, after a bit of a scare when Josh Phillips scored up the other end with his own penalty, it was Danny Hillman again getting Newport out of a scrape. And the Steelmen are into the third round draw of the JD Welsh Cup. Full side, Newport City 3, Penygraig United 1. Samo, you've got a big week ahead and it started with a win. Give us a verdict on that.
Important thing was getting a result and getting into the next round. I think that was the key objective for today, and that's been achieved.
What are your views on the Welsh Cup? Because you've not got past this stage in recent years, so where do you see yourself in the competition now?
Me personally, love the Welsh Cup. I think it's great for Welsh football, giving teams opportunities to progress and play higher level teams. Me personally, I've had some great runs. I know Newport probably haven't in recent years, but hopefully this year we'll change that and take it fully seriously and try and get as far as we can.
It was a pick and mix of experience and some youth on the bench today. Who do you think stood out to you?
They're number 17, they're number 6. No, yeah, the lads, applied themselves well. It was the first 30 minutes, hard to break them down. I think our experience got us through them periods, and then when the game opened up, a lot of the young lads kind of stepped onto it, brought a bit of energy. So I think both the experience and the young lads kind of shone today at certain times during the game.
It's unusual for us to have a game in midweek, but we have got Cymru on Tuesday.
Yep.
What's the turnaround going to be like for the lads?
Couple of points now, rest on Sunday, rest on Monday, go again Tuesday.